All right, we are live. We back. We back and we live. It's Wednesday night, 8 o'clock ish. Um, back for another edition conversations. Luv Doc, the Doc and the coach. We are short.
Again.
We are short again. The educator part of this here scenario is otherwise engaged, but the show must go on. So, what's going on with you, coach, this evening?
Nah, man, just living it, just, preparing for another day. Uh, Feel pretty good about, how school been going and where it's going at. So I think this year gonna be a pretty good year for me.
Okay, okay, I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
So the start of the year has been pretty productive,
Yeah.
and that's always a tough one because you never know how that mid's gonna be.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Uh, so how I know before we jump on the subjects. I know we know you are a very accomplished decorated track coach. So how you feel about is it Shikari?
Oh man, yeah, yeah. Shakari, and she said Shakari, she will tell you her name is Shakari. I'm very excited and proud for her. Um, and a lot of people, like, oh, she couldn't win it, and because she smoked too much weed, and she's not for the I guess not need to be the face of the sport. What people don't understand, Doc, is like she went through a very hard trying some time during the USA championships. After she won it, then she tested positive for marijuana. The girl just lost her mom. Really didn't know her mom like that, and they started the relationship, and then her mom, passes away, unfortunately, and she was going through a hard time. Like people never touched base on that. All they talked about was, oh, she's smoking weed, or she smoked too much weed, and weed don't make you run faster. Let me clarify that with everybody. It don't make you run faster. It don't make you play better. It don't make you perform athletically better. So they can't throw that, saying that was the reason why she ran that time. I mean, it was crazy, man. I didn't like it. Some things that you don't say because you don't want to ruffle some feathers. So at the same time, I just let him have it. But I'm glad she bounced back, and she's a 100-meter world champion with a championship record.
So she won the record. She won the race and set the record.
Run the race and set a record.
That was pretty neat. So
That was dope.
yeah, that was dope for us people that are not track guys like you. So
Right.
so that was pretty smooth. So
Yeah.
all right, well we're gonna jump in. So first question. Um Does, and this is the age old question. I ain't gonna say age old, but it's been asked before, I'm sure. Does sex on the first date kill the chance of having a relationship?
Well, I'm gonna say it depends on the mindset of each individual. You know, some could go into it just for that. Some could go into it looking for a last relationship, and and it can rub the wrong way, and it can rub the right way. I believe that if if a I'm gonna say a little bit from a man's standpoint. If a man goes into going to a relationship looking at it long lasting, want to be a long lasting relationship, want to get try being a long lasting relationship, and let's say the very first date it kicks off and they sex happens. That's not to say that she's labeled as a whore or thought or whatever they may want to call it. It just I'm gonna say just the chemistry was just on point. The chemistry could just be on point, and you know, it would dictate whether the relationship will last or not. I mean, they can go 3 months without it and not be on the same page and not be together versus going 2 3 months of having sex or having sex on the first day and the relationship is healthy. It's different ways you can look at it.
Different way. So I don't think. Well, when you when we going out on a date, I guess for most guys, I won't say most guys, but for the most part, most guys, if they're going out on a date, first, third, 33rd, 41st, that's somewhere in their mindset. Now they may not press the issue like, if it, they ain't gonna push it, kind of
Right.
like slow roll it, whatever, but it's there.
Right.
Do we feel like it's first date for a woman? If we had to like, weigh it, would it be like 70-30, 80-20? I mean, back in the day, we would say probably 100-0 that women can go on the first date and that's just it. We just going to watch a movie, we're going to get something to eat, and that's it, and that's fine. Guys like, okay, well, I ain't gonna like force it, but I'm it's running around in there.
Right.
Do you think that percentage is still the same, or has it shifted?
I mean, I think I would say now I think that it's shifted a little more to 45, 55, 55, 45-ish, where is here with us. Sometimes we act out our thinking. Sometimes we play like middle school to it, like what's gonna happen, what would happen if I try to kiss her on the first date, like that brings me back to looking at a movie, and I'm not gonna compare a movie to a real life, but just looking at a movie when they go out on that date, how they just be shy and hesitant to even attempt to get that first kiss on the get that kiss on the first date. So now it's like some of these brothers be having their intentions, I'm trying to get her to the house, get the legs. Then you have some of them brothers is like, they kind of want to make the first move, but they kind of plan it and gonna play off on her first move. Because again, like what we talked about earlier, I always go back to what we talked about earlier. You made a statement that, women already have it already in their mindset what they want to do. And sometimes women be really want to go on that first date. They want to give up the cookies. They just want to see how we act and react to it.
They want to be pursued, or to seem like they just got wore down, or you won when, like you say, you had already won. You just didn't have to lose. You had already won. You just didn't have to lose. And if you can figure that out, then you'll take more W's than L's. So okay, so that's the first kind of age old, and the second one. This was a men only question, so it's just gonna be for you anyway, Coach. Me and you and possibly me. But your homeboy likes a woman, but the chick don't like your homeboy. She like you. Is she off limits? Your homeboy ain't been with her now.
So that's I'm a I can't say a victim of that. I've been in that situation before when I was younger, where a chick wasn't feeling my homeboy and my homeboy liked her. And I wasn't thinking, wasn't even looking at it like that. And the whole time she really digging me. And like it's not like they had any type of relationship or they were even talking like, she's off limits. if y'all dating, or even if y'all conversing. But if it's like, if he trying to, if he liking her and she ain't liking him, she ain't giving him no play. It's like we go out to the movies, or we go out to skate world back in the day and meet up. We all meet up, but she ain't digging him. She digging me. Now again, I wasn't paying her no attention. And my homeboy like, man, I don't even think she really into me like that. Like, then that saying no, she done slid me the phone number. Now, what she was wrong at is like her being sneaky about it. You get what I'm saying? So it's almost like you gonna try to play him and try to holler at me at the same time. I wasn't vibing on that. I wasn't digging that at the time. So it's like I couldn't do it because of what she was trying to do. Now, if it just came out and if it was like, boy, she ain't trying to holler at me. I think she's trying to holler at you. Then we can, I feel like it's not overstepping no boundaries or crossing no lines or anything like that. That's just me. If they were hollering at each other, she off limits. She off limits. But there was no, like you say, there was nothing. I think it's fair game.
This may or may not be a true story, right? So this is back in high school. In high school, some dudes, would step to a female, step to a chick. Some dudes wouldn't. That's what you had your homeboys for,
Yeah.
You take one for him, he take one for you. That's what we do. So this may or may not happen back in the day. So homeboy saw this female that he liked, and he was like really like checking for her, but he didn't want to like go make the first move, like go introduce herself, whatever. So one day, lunchtime, whatever, like, hey, she over there by herself, go holler at her, go say what's up. No, man, how about you go do it for me? This may or may not happen. How about you go, just let her know what's up.
Right.
So go over there. Hey, my homeboy like checking for you, like he feeling you, whatever. So the first thing the female may or may not have said was, "Well, if he feeling me, why are you over here?" Couldn't really answer the question, right?
Right.
Oh, but tried to, and it may or may not have happened where like the female may have been feeling the male carrier. So now once that happens, you go back and gotta have a conversation with your homeboy. Hey, look, man, I went for you, but in this case, the homeboy was like, hey, man, okay. And it was like, he bited off. Is that normal? You
probably was then, but it
for you and for him, and it ended up being about you. And he just like, all right, hey, well, that's what she said. I guess I should have saw you and fell back.
I don't think it's normal now. I think back then it was normal, but now I don't think it's not now. Not in today's world what we living in now.
Okay.
I don't. Not back then, because it was a lot different than it was what we live in now. Because it's like, the world probably sped up maybe 10, 15 times faster than what we at now, especially with this technology. And then now it's, I throw technology in that because it's so easy for someone to flirt or show interest through social media versus through face to face. If you know what I mean by that.
Yes, sir.
So now it's like, like these inboxes go crazy. You feeling I'm feeling the old girl feeling my homeboy, and she in his inbox while I'm in hers. This is just how it is now. So, like, would a homeboy be wrong if he don't tell his homeboy? That's a good question. would the homegirl be wrong for not telling her homegirl that, you know, girl, you like him and he in my inbox and trying to get at me, you know, is it wrong?
It's a tough one now. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. So I saw something on social media. Two things actually. So I'm pulling one of them up. Get your take on them. So, well, it's actually three of them. So we're gonna go to a story I saw.
Okay.
That you can relate to. I know I could relate to back in the day. Thank God, you know, not no more. But so child support, right?
Yeah.
So you know, so this was the thing I saw. It said the man is paying $500 a month in child support, and the child's mom is asking him to buy shoes, but his wife is not in agreement. So is who's wrong? Essentially, is what the question was. So he paying $500 a month. Child mom asked him to buy shoes for the child, and his wife is not in agreement. Who's wrong? Is the baby mama wrong for asking for the shoes, or the wife wrong for saying you ain't getting no buying no shoes for your child?
I go strictly off what the people say. You know, this is your set amount. Anything you do outside of this set amount is considered a gift or just in the heart of whatever you choose to do. But you got to pay this amount monthly. Now, some people can look at this one or two ways. If if he paying 500 faithfully, and she's asking to buy shoes, and she's already getting 500 faithfully, I really feel like she's not doing what she's supposed to do with them 500 that's being paid faithfully. Because depending on the kid, how old the kid is, let me say that, depending on how old the kid is, if you paying $500 a month, or is it didn't say how, well, let's just say $500 every 2 weeks. Let's just say $500 every 2 weeks. So she basically getting $1,000 a month. She should be able to take the shoe money and get some shoes from that $500 or $1,000 a month. So the wife or the wife or girlfriend, she's not wrong, because she's probably trying to get him to see, listen, you already paying this amount. You do everything you're supposed to do. You get it every other weekend. You see her every Wednesday. You see him, you know, the child every Wednesday. You get the child every other weekend, and you pay X amount monthly. Why you got to pay for the shoes? Now, I want to say this. I want to go on the other side of it. Even though he paying child support every 2 weeks or every month, the case may be, and that's all he doing, like no time, don't call, don't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing else for the child, and you only see the child when you get the child every other weekend, or you get the child every Wednesday for a lot of time. And I feel some type of way about that because now I feel like the payer is being vindictive, because you ain't doing nothing that you say you do. I mean, I don't know. People may not get what I'm saying, because I've experienced it with me on the one end of paying child support, and then I've also experienced it on the end of being a child support receiver. So it's kind of hard to say, but I feel like if you're in the child's life consistently, not just every other weekend or every Wednesday, and I'm paying my child support. That's it. Time is more valuable than money. So I it's a juggle, Corey. It's I mean, it can go both ways, man. I mean, you probably you can have them fathers, and you can have them dads, and you can have those donors. So it's hard. It's hard to kind of say, like, is she wrong for saying you already paying child support? Why you going to buy shoes? Or is it wrong for him to allow her to say that when he's doing everything he's supposed to? You know, it's a toss up. Toss up.
Well, I mean, I've had personal experience with that too. You know, back in the day, where I paid child support, but I also did more than child support. I did a whole lot more than child support, and my personal thing was and you know, it was not well received by, you know, my partner at the time.
Right.
And my thing on it was, I understand what you're saying, and I'm not saying you're wrong. For me, I always just saw my son, you know, so I never saw that. I never really I knew, you know, that it was one, I didn't disagree, it was one sided.
Right.
And, you know, but I was just, so I can see, like you said, I've had personal experience with that. So was you know, the former wrong? No, you weren't wrong at all. But was I wrong? And I guess that's the thing. Are you wrong? Can you ever do, like you say, it's a fine line because some people take advantage of that. But can you ever do too much for your child? And I guess that's the question. And it's no wrong answer, because like you say, you as a dad and me as a dad is different. How you parent, how I parent is different, but that don't mean both of us affected. Both our kids, you know, turned out fine. So it ain't got to be the same way to get to the same destination. So just cause I do it a certain way, you do it a certain way, it just is what it is. But it just gets real tricky navigating that stuff, you know, from both sides, from all three sides, really.
Right. So I mean, and then also, you know, it's another question to ask, like, if I'm paying child support faithfully, and I try to do everything that I'm supposed to do, and I'm not allowed to, and then if I just say, you know what, I tell you what,
2 tears in a bucket.
And else, what I'm gonna do is correct 2 tears in a bucket. I'm just gonna say, that's it, because you can be pushed to that, and a lot of parents, a lot of mothers don't understand that. They think that, you know, you're hurting the father, and it's on both sides. You know, it could be the father doing that to the mother, but and let's be honest, it's more so geared because Florida at the time is not a mother state now, but it used to be a mother state. You know, I'm gonna say probably about a year ago. Now that these new laws are coming in, that, you know, the mom is has primary custody.
Right.
Of how good or bad of a parent she may be. She got primary custody. And here we are, we making sure that we do what we're supposed to do as far as make sure child support is paid, you know, the well-being of that kid, but then we're being held back on things that we want to do as a parent. So some men just say, you know what, the hell with it. Some men be like, you know, I'm just gonna do it because, you know, my child. Sometimes and I may get some backlash about this, but sometimes in order for you to stop feeding the mom, you gotta let the child suffer. And suffer as in like not paying it, but just pay it and that be it. Because some mothers like to dictate how things are going between they baby daddy and the kid. So it's a sticky thing, man. It's like, you got some moms like that. Then you got some moms like, you know what? He pays child support on time. He do what he's supposed to do. I'm not gonna harass him. Then you got some that's, yeah,
foot dragons.
Boy, what?
Hey, not talking about anybody in particular. Don't nobody come for it. But hey, it's just a term. It's a frame of mind. It's a mindset.
It is.
Oh man. So all right. So we go switch gears. I saw this today. Irv Gotti did this interview. And what made me go watch the interview, and I don't know if you've seen the dude, the comedian Lou Young, who be impersonating people.
Yeah.
He do Dion real good. But he impersonated Irv Gotti. I guess Irv Gotti did an interview, and he's just a genius to me. He just committed between him and Country Wayne. I just think they both geniuses, right? So I'm like, what this dude talking about? So I went to go look at it. I didn't look at all of it. So as I'm looking for it, I saw like a thing on Instagram, and so this was one of the highlights, I guess he said, or one of the things they were talking about. It says rich people problems. Say music executive Irv Gotti, who was 53, he reportedly worth 300 million, said it's hard finding true love because women only see him for his money. Say he met a 26-year-old Dominican, and off rip she asked him for $25,000. So we probably, we ain't in the 300 million. Well, I can't talk about you, because I ain't gonna pocket. But I ain't up there, right? But just say a guy, is that, how accurate is that guy with money? It's hard for him. We just talking guys, because women see that before they see him. So how accurate is Irv Gotti? I mean, obviously he on a broader scale, but just in general, is it hard for guys with money, a lot of money? Is it harder for them than just a regular guy like me?
It's only as hard as they make it.
The guy or the female?
For the guy, like, because let's just be honest, and we know money rule the world. He can have anybody he want, almost anybody. I'm gonna say almost anybody he want, because his wealth. But if you allowing your wealth to take hold of your love life, and that's what these women want, then he letting it treat as such. Because there are some women out there that won't care about how much you have, and at the same time be okay with how much you got. Okay. So, and I hope people caught that when I said that, because if you were worth 300 million and you having a hard time finding true love, that's because you probably flashing your money around, forcing it, rather than actually finding it.
So you taking it as it's on him because he out here shining, and so he attracting that as opposed to just chilling.
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say yeah. And I don't know like what the people saying in the comments, because I ain't got my laptop, so I can't really see it like that. But I'm gonna say yeah. I really feel like if he let's put it like this. I seen a show before where this, and I can't remember the name. You might know, but it was this guy who was wealthy. He was filthy rich, and he perceived himself to be just this ordinary, you know, John Doe type guy, like just a regular old guy. And nobody knew he was rich. And he ended up dating this female. He really was dating. It's almost like Flavor Flav, like these different type females at one time, and you know, trying to figure out which one he really wanted. However, he ended up getting close to two of the females. One of them was kind of like pushing him off, like standoffish, and he really liked her. The other one he wasn't feeling as much as he was with the other one, but she really wanted to be with him. And when it all came down to it, the one who was pushing him off, when he found out that he was like worth a lot of money, her whole attitude changed. While the other girl, who he wasn't really showing that much attention to because he liked the other old girl, she still was like, you know, I don't care if you got all the money in the world or if you didn't have money at all. Because mind you, when they went out on dates, it was times that she paid for it. This was like a couple years ago. I can't remember the show, but I remember, you know, and she the one who really was into him, she was like, she would pay for it. Sometimes she would pay for the dates. You know, she just wanted to be with him. While the other, I'm calling her the gold digger, she called and she was like, you know, why you don't never have no money? Like, why don't you go get a job? Like, why you ain't got no job? And the whole time he's just trying to get a feel, you know, trying to get them to feel him as if he was just this ordinary guy when he really is rich. But he ended up being with the one who really cared for him when it all came down to it. But I say that because if Irv got it, you were 300 million, brother, you gotta approach the situation not flashing or in balling status. Because if I'm worth 300 million, I'm still gonna be the same old Ladarius. I'm gonna be the same Ladarius, but I ain't gotta worry about it because I got a Miss Ladarius. So I ain't gotta worry about it. But if I wasn't and I had encountered that much money, I'm gonna be the same person. I've never been a flashy type, so I don't think I would throw my money around to force somebody to be with me. You know, like, so it's almost like he throwing it on himself, like, dude, just be, I can't say just, just be natural. You know, don't let the money dictate what you do and what you want. And I just see it differently.
Okay. So along the same line as money. Okay. So that's when the guy has the money.
Okay.
What about when the female has the money? So this I saw this on social media today too. Says a woman is going viral after explaining why so many marriages are failing today. She says if a woman's boss at work says she needs to do better, she corrects her actions. If her husband says she needs to do better, she says, "You're not the boss of me."
Doc, I've been on that side before.
Okay.
Been on that before, and it wasn't trying to be, you know, boss. It's just some suggestions to try to make things better. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if you care about a person, you want better for that person, so you try to help that person. I asked somebody to tell me that I wasn't boss. So, you know, my thing was, you know, if you feel like I'm trying to be the boss of you, then why you with me?
What's the point?
Right. What's the point of us even? Why? Why are we even together? I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help elevate you, you know, like to another level. And you think I'm over here trying to be your daddy. No, your daddy right there. That's your daddy. I'm your man.
But they boss us, coach. It's okay when they do it, right?
That exactly. It's okay for them to you know, throw demands around and, oh, you should do this. And soon as we correct them, not even correct them, soon as we say, hey, oh, pump your brakes, we wrong. You don't never want to listen. You don't never, you know, you always think that you this and that, or it's no, y'all see, it's an intimidation factor. And a lot of people think that, men are, or a lot of people think that women are, no, let me say, a lot of people think, men try to be intimidating when women are actually intimidating.
Women are the intimidators.
Yes, they are the intimidators. All right, now women out there don't get mad at that. It is what it is. The mature women can understand, and the immature women can get mad and grit their teeth and who he think he is and that good stuff.
Okay. So I guess kind of a addendum to that question, I guess. So traditionally, men are seen as hunters, right? I guess, right?
Yeah.
Although that's changing, but anyway, traditionally, what does it mean if a man doesn't show interest or pursuit? Now, I know that on the surface, but is it deeper than that, or is just what it is on the surface?
So I guess to women, we're not being consistent enough, or even persistent enough. Like if we not, and you got some women who want men to be aggressive. You got some women that be like, oh, you too aggressive. Like they don't like that. So it's almost like, you gotta, it's like you pick your poison. Like some women want it, some women don't. And if we do be, more aggressive in that way, where are we wrong at? Because if we want something, we gonna get it. But then if we know we want something but we ain't showing it, then it's like, oh, you soft, you too passive. I mean, again, it's a damn you do, damn you don't type situation thing.
Okay. So it's okay once again that women can do it. Is it double? And I guess what I'm saying is nowadays, if women want you, they just walk up to you. We got it's done became a thing where women get on one knee. Like
I've seen that plenty of times.
That's like that ain't even it ain't even a thing with a man. So the tradition, even with that, the tradition that went out of it. So,
so where's this thing that all this stuff being normalized? Like, who okayed this stuff? Like, I ain't gonna get too deep in the normalization thing, but when has it become an okay thing for it to be normalized for a woman to propose to a man, to get down on her knee and propose to a man? Like, what man accepts that?
Are you a man at that point?
Boy.
No, but so if you say no, cause hey man, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Now, Doc, check it out. Now, if we say no, because this is the role that we supposed to take on, do you get mad as a woman? Do you get mad and say no because we reversing the roles how it's supposed to normally
be? You're supposed to know, but how am I supposed to know? But if I don't know, then I'm in trouble because I didn't know. But it's like you're in a whole different book, a whole different chapter. Like literally, it's like the things are changing, and they so far ahead of us that we don't even know that that's what's happening. But Things are changing. They're changing the game. They're changing the playbook. They're moving the goal. What people say now, they're moving the goalposts.
Yeah.
And it's like you just be like, hold on now.
Ain't
Last week, one last week, I can't keep up.
And then again, you know, if we ain't on suit with it, then it's our fault.
Exactly. So you supposed to know that we done switched this, and this is what we doing now. We in chapter 5. Hold on now. We never finished chapter 3. I know, but we on chapter 5. Keep up with what? You switching the syllabus? Like I'm on week 3, on week 7, and you done told me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I thought that was an interesting one. So single women liars.
Single women liars.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally believe all women lie. Everybody lie, you know.
All women liars, huh?
All women lie. Either you good at it, you know, you ain't got caught yet, or you just don't care. I think and this is the problem though. Why you gotta lie when you single? Like who you trying to hide from? Like you single, you ain't no relationship with nobody. You don't have to report, or not. I ain't gonna say report. You don't have to. What's the word I'm looking for?
Check in.
Check. Let's say check in. You ain't got to check in to nobody. So why is it that you feel the need to lie? I mean, you can tell me. You know, if it's something that you feel, you know. I'm just trying to get it. Like you single, you're a whole single woman out here. Why you feel like you gotta lie to me? Why you gotta lie? Why?
You ain't gotta lie, Craig. You ain't
gotta lie at all, Craig. It's like, you know, so here go my thing though. When you know you have, when you gonna lie, and you know you lied, how you feel about it when you don't lie? Like what you getting the kick out of when like you ain't gonna get caught up with nobody? Like you single, so why you gotta lie?
You know, that's the question. And then it's like, because what's the
women in these comments? I can't see, like I said, I can't see them because I'm actually using my phone, and I went through the actual link, and I didn't do it through YouTube. But I know it's some women out there like, and the lie's a lie. Like I really don't think it has to be a particular lie. You know, why y'all gotta lie?
What the old folks say, a lie don't care who tell it.
A lie don't care. Don't care who tell it.
So we looking at like why relationships don't work. We know that lying is up there very high. We also know that, you know, cheating is up there very high. Those are like two obvious ones, right?
Yeah.
But another one that's pretty high that folks don't necessarily talk about as much is, I mean, we know finance is also up there high.
Yeah.
Kids. So I saw this on social media. You know, the last couple of days, I just usually be looking through stuff, getting good talking points because, you know, we having conversation, right?
Right.
So this guy, and it, you know, because nowadays social media, you don't just make a post, you got to make a video, you got to let people, you know, you got to publicize it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, this dude broke up with this girl because her song was bad. I don't know if you saw the code, but dude broke up with it. It was a video, live, and everything. Like not live video, but he recorded it. She, you know, she all emotional. But he broke up with her because her song was bad. So clearly, if it's her song's bad, I mean it wasn't his, biological.
Right.
Bad kids, deal breaker.
So, experience with this again. It's one thing for the kid to be bad and the mother is allowing help raising them, like again, whether or not the father is in their biological dad is in play or not. If you're in a relationship with someone and it's like serious where like y'all real deal like in the relationship, into each other in the relationship, but you tell this man you can't discipline my kids. Now I get it. Be careful who you have around your kids. But if this man is genuine and he wants what's best for you, the kids, and the relationship, now Miss Gretchen, now we gonna have to talk about this now. We don't try to flip the script. I'm gonna go back. Hold on, she can't flip the script. We gonna go back to that. But if he's a genuine man and she know he's a genuine man, why are you not allowing him to be part of your kid's life? Like discipline is big, especially nowadays. Discipline is big. So if you allowing your kid to act crazy in front of you and anything, and he decides to take it and say, you know what, I'm gonna discipline him. It don't mean he has to actually like physically discipline them. Like he could discipline them by talking, because if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, men have this voice that can put fear in kids. And if a man disciplines a child by not even like, physically whooping a kid, you can discipline the child by your voice. But then the minute you tell, and the bad part is the minute you tell him, don't discipline my kids in front of them, oh, it's done. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. Because one day they know you can't do nothing to me. And my mama even said you can't do nothing to me. So I'm going to do what I want to do. But then at the same time, mama can't even handle y'all. That's a deal breaker. Now that's a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker.
So it's okay if the kids are bad and she's allowing some help. It's when they bad and you can't do nothing. You can't say, don't say nothing to my kids, and they bad.
That's a deal breaker.
Okay.
Now if they bad and she know they bad and every time you turn around, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these kids. They just so bad. But then you got your old man over here, and he active with his kids, and not only he's active with his kids, he's playing that, like they like to say, the bonus dad. I don't agree with the bonus thing. Like you're a father to a kid, you're a father to a kid. A stepdad thing, bonus dad thing, bonus mom thing, stepmom thing. That's out the window. If you are a parent to that kid, you're a parent to that kid. And that's because you're treating that kid as if that's your own kid, like you produced or you had that kid. So if I know that you looking for help and you don't know what to do, and me and you in a relationship, and your kid's bad, I'm gonna help you out, and I'm gonna handle them. I might jack them up, hey. You got to be able to help. Women have to understand that, again, men are providers. We are protectors. So we're gonna, and that's like lions. When the cubs born, what lions do? The lioness are nurturing their cubs while the lions are going out to hunt for food to bring back to the lioness and the cubs. And I even seen, you could tell when the lions are disciplining the cubs. Women got to understand that. No, I'm not saying that we got to compare ourselves to animals. However, you got to look at situations. if you're looking at us as a protector and a provider, let us be the father too, and the disciplinarian.
Can't pick and choose.
Can't pick and choose. You can't want to take the cookie off the out the cookie jar when you want it, then or you see it or not want it, but the day you want it, or that toy on the shelf you want to play with today, but you won't play with it tomorrow. Can't do that.
Okay. Um, hey, Miss Sabrina, how you doing? So I saw
Oh,
this. I saw this also. I don't know if you want to go back and respond to. You said you want to go back and respond to Dr. Gresham
oh,
before.
Gretchen talking about men lie too. Now, see, this thing we talking about women lying. Now, they wasn't that. So don't try to flip the script. And I got that's a little pet peeve when women like to try to flip the script because they don't want it. Women would not apologize.
And some women are professional flip scrippers.
Yes,
Okay.
and they won't apologize. They'll flip the script, and knowing is if they're in the wrong, they'll flip the script to make it like you in the wrong. So if you got caught in a lie, don't flip the script and try to say well, y'all lying. Now we talking about women lying. Like, why you lying? And you single? Why? Again, the question has yet to be answered. Why? Why lie? And you single? Dr. Gretchen, you say Sabrina on that. Sabrina, answer that. Why are women? What? Sabrina, you married, but I don't know. Married, but Dr. Gretchen, you single. Why should you have to lie and you single? What are you trying to cover up?
I'm gonna show you what a comment is, so you can't see them. What does that have to do with the price of?
Exactly. What that got to do with the price of tea in China? Nothing. Okay, well, still, you're not single. Okay, if you were single, why would you have to lie? Like, why lie and you single? Why women lying? Okay, you're not single. You're in a relationship, but you have some single women friends that lie. For what reason?
I'll let you see. This is what Sabrina said.
See that's crazy. Live, you single. That's true. But they do it anyway. They do it anyway.
That's what I mean. It's just it was a question. It was a question. Like you say, why? So, all right. Last question for the night, and it's one of those other age-old questions. So I saw this once again on social media. Man tells black woman that nobody is going to want to marry her because of how she is dressed. He said, if a man walks up to you right now, do you think he'd want to wife you?
So he told a black girl, a black woman, not going to want her, not even want to marry her because of how she dressed. So in other words, she probably dressing provocative. She probably dressing like, revealing a lot of her, temple parts. And not so that's pretty much he's probably trying to say that that's a lack of self-respect. He probably saying that's a lack of self-respect, and something a lot of women don't get that. I mean, I think it's a generational thing because I feel like, and there are some women our age that dress like that, but most women you see that dress like that are I'm gonna say in between mid-20s to mid-30s or early 30s. Do they think that that's gonna catch? It's gonna catch the attention of men. If you're shapely, you're dressed half naked, you're gonna catch the attention of men. And if you shapely and dressed half naked and you acting accordingly to how you dress and what you're trying to do, then that's gonna send wrong vibes when you might not even want that vibe coming to you. But that's what you're giving off. So if you want to catch a man's attention, That's not one way to catch a man's attention. Dressing half naked, twerking, Ice Spice twerking. that ain't gonna catch no attention of the man. Now it will. Let me say they will catch attention of the man, but they gonna look at that attention that they catching is totally different from what they probably really want.
What they really want.
And what they really want.
So to answer Sabrina's question, why men don't show their emotions?
I can see that. I can see that what she just posted. Why men don't show their emotions.
And then here goes Gretchen's response to you.
See, again, we're talking about women lying, because see, that's the flipper right there. That's the flipper. She's a flipper.
She's a professional flipper, huh?
Professional flipper. Yeah.
She working in what she be what Steak and Shake when they flip the burgers? She working at Steak and Shake with the professional wrist flipper. Yeah, she a professional flipper.
I'm gonna say a lot of women lie about being faithful, because I read where women can cheat and men will never know about it unless the woman wants him to know. And in that article, it said that a woman will cheat as long as she wants to, and the man will never know. And until she gets tired of that person, she may reveal. But if she doesn't, she likes what's going on, she gonna keep cheating. Now you do have some men out there that's good at it and that won't get caught. But then you have some women then you have some men that don't care. You have some women that don't care either. But why lie to why cheat when, if that's who you want and that's who you say you want, why cheat? So Sabrina said she was good at it. You know what I'm talking about?
But women are better at it. Women, you know, they like you say, they have us thinking that we got some say so. They have us thinking that we in control, we the man, and we don't. Guys don't run that. Women, it's like they get together when they go to brunch and they, you know, doing their girls' night, and they laugh at us. You know, they laugh at us. They have jokes, have good times, talk about how simple we is, because we are simple. At the end of the day, guy, it don't take much for a guy to be straight. But I mean, as far as why men don't show emotion, I mean, is it possible for guys to be hurt, coach? And once you get hurt, it's real hard to, if you open up and it don't work out, it get real hard to, or, you know, men taught not to show emotion, because men taught growing up, you got to be the man. You can't cry. You can't show no weakness. You gotta run the house. You know, you got to take care of your siblings. Coach, you the oldest, so you get that. I'm the oldest, so, you know, you got to protect them. So you don't get no off days, most guys coming up. So it's hard to tap into emotion when you've been taught and conditioned and practiced all your life, not showing it because you can't, based off of your role in the family, you know.
I know personally, Doc, I went probably like 4 or 5 years of having this wall built up because I allowed my emotions to be, all of my emotions to be, you know, layered down, to only to get hurt, to be lied to be hurt, to be cheated on. And instantly, like when it all came about to the surface, I was hurt. So again, now you got this wall going back up, and that wall stayed up for about 4 or 5 years. And within them 4 or 5 years, it was hell for every other woman. Even the ones that wanted to be seriously in a relationship. Even there was one particular woman that knew that I had been hurt, and all she was trying to do was not trying to, take away that pain. I think she even said it. She said she was trying to show me that all women ain't the same. But during that time, that what I was hearing and what I'm seeing and what I was, dealing with, I ain't wanna accept that. And then it was like, you know what, it came to a realization that I couldn't allow myself to treat the next woman a certain kind of way because of what the last woman did. So that's when I began to not allow my walls just to come down, but I allow women to attempt to ease back in there to where I can be like, I can trust her and stuff like that. And then it was like, if there was an ounce of distrust, I just separate myself from it.
So you put up them walls of Gibraltar.
Yeah.
Because I just woke up with it, but because of my upbringing, the expectation, my role in the family, and then when I do stick my toe out there in the deep end, I almost drown. So I can't drown. Once you get me from the bottom of this pool, and I get back on some concrete. It's on me if I go jump back in there again.
Yeah.
You get me out of here. I'm telling you, I'm putting on life rafts. I'm putting on the floaties. I'm doing all of it. So it ain't gonna happen to me twice now. You might catch me slipping the first time, but boy, that second time, and that ain't, like you say, that ain't fair. Like you say, go 4-5 years.
Yeah.
That wasn't fair to those that came behind, and that it ain't fair. It ain't like you do it on purpose. You trying to work. It ain't like you waking up saying, "Hey, man, I'm just going to sit in this for 5 years." No, you trying to
protect.
You trying to get through it, but it just sometimes you just got to go through it, and that's so it ain't fair. I know I get what you're saying, and if I could speed this up, if I can do it different, I would.
Yeah,
but this. It is what it is. But so it's tough on you because you know how tough it is on them people that done came behind.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you almost like you powerless until you get the power, till you go through it. You powerless to do anything but just go through it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it ain't no what like my life. What they said on one of them plays, them black plays. My life ain't been no fairy tale. My life ain't been no fairy tale. So boy, you jump out there. Look, I understand. But hey, this thing tough now.
And very, very, very. And you know what else I saw? Matter of fact, I think it's something that you posted where you had a man and a woman was dating, but they lived totally different household. They got their own house, and I don't know. It might have been. I don't know if it was something that you posted about that, because I see your questions on there, and I just like to read the responses. So I never give my intake on it. I just like to think. But there was a question that was posted. Where it was like there were two people that was dating, and she had her own place, he had his own place, and the question was, is he obligated to pretty much help pay the bills for her place, along with paying the bills for his place? And some of the comments I was reading, it was like, man, like, what y'all expect out of a relationship? Like, and I can go on and answer, like, if it's just like, if we dating each other and we live in our own places, and it becomes, and we in a serious relationship, and it's like you need help with bills to the point where you're struggling. If we dating for a long time, if we got longevity of dating, why we ain't living together? I mean, that's a no-brainer. If we in a longevity relationship, long term, I'm talking like years. Like, what's the problem with us living together? So now I look at being devil's advocate. What you doing?
Not I don't think them bells starting to whistle, huh?
Yeah. If you struggling to pay your bills in your household, and I'm good, and you're making more than me, let's add that in there. Your income, you bring in more than I am, and I'm good. I mean, like, I ain't living in no shabby place either. So what's wrong with us coming together and we helping each other out? Now I can help you out, because if I go and if I start helping you pay yours, I'm taking away from mine.
So we're gonna both be on the side of the road like the episode of Martin. We're gonna both be
cardboard signs.
both out here like, please help us to reach our goal. You know,
a stray dog we don't found them.
Yeah, life been rough. Life been rough. So years in, Coach, you saying by years in, we should be looking at some cohabitation.
I truly believe that. Years in, we should be living in cohabitation. Either we living together or planning to move in together. I mean, I just personally believe that if, two people are they're in a relationship where y'all been in this relationship for a long time, years, and you still, again, I believe there's a certain time frame where you should know where you're gonna be with this person for a long time. And if everything flows and the relationship is healthy, there's, ain't nobody cheating on nobody or, lying to one another or keeping no hidden gems from nobody else, and y'all just have a great, healthy relationship. At some point in time, the conversation should be coming about whether you at his house or he's at your house, and y'all laying up, chilling, Netflixing and chilling, and a conversation should come about like, what are we doing? Like, matter of fact, I saw that on Power. Not Power. I take it back. I saw that on Shy. Old boy asked, he was like, "Move in with me." He want to spend the rest of his life with her. He need that side to actually, like, fill in the voids that he pretty much can't do. So what are we waiting on?
Okay. So the Gap Band. Time for us to stop messing around, huh?
Exactly.
Hey, well, that's all we had, Coach. So I know last time we was on, you said you had. So I don't know if you're in a position since you're on your phone. But
right,
I
actually it's on my. I was gonna, and I had time to, like. So when I like to do my thing, I like to actually do it to where I don't have to like read it. But this week, I ain't gonna say this week been hectic, but the week has been like busy for me. Like and I'm like 3/4 with it finished. I was just gonna give a taste of what it was.
Snippet. Okay.
Actually, see it, but it's on my computer. Like I like to type, because when I'm typing it, I go back and I be like, no, I don't want to put that in there. So I used to like writing it, but now that I've gotten to the point to where like I can type it in and then I can actually save it. So like as I'm going through with it, I can like read over it, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna take this out. I don't like this word, and I'm gonna use this word. I like to do stuff like that. So it's actually on my laptop, and that's where it's at.
Okay, so you ever went from being a Renaissance man writing it down on notebooks to you're a tech guy now. Now you gotta click the keyboards now. You done modernize yourself.
Yeah, keep it organized.
Gotcha. I can dig it.
I got a whole file where it just says actually got two of them. One of them said poetry, and then the other one is what's the title that I had them change the title to I forgot the title. I honestly forgot the title. Okay. Like, it's a nice little title. I actually just recently changed it last week. So, but one of them I got poetry where I've been writing it since 2003. And then so I just been like used to just do it and I just like save it. So what I did was when I started to transition over to having them on flash drive, I started typing them and I even made some changes on them. And I put them on there and I was like, okay, just put it on porch, there's my porch thing. And then the other one, something got to do with mine. I honestly, it's sad that I can't even remember that. But one of my favorite ones that I've written, and what I'm gonna actually do is I'm gonna post it on the Jaye Luv Publishing page. I'm gonna post it on there.
Okay.
Favorite ones, my favorite writings I did was one of them was called Dream Didn't Come True, and then the other one was called my other one of my favorite ones is called I Used to Be You. And then I also have one that's called A Single Kiss.
Okay.
So I put Dream Didn't Come True on there, and then if I can, I put Single Kiss on there too.
Oh, you put whatever you want to put on that, Coach. You want to get on here. If you've been right since 2005, I mean, that's up to you. If anytime you feel like you want to get on here and, you can start the show off with the Coach's Corner.
Right.
Whatever on your mind, you can go for what you know. It's all us. We all learning, growing together. So that's on you. Ain't no pressure now, but
No. I mean,
you got to commit to like every week, well, every time we on here. But if it's say you feel,
well, I really want to like I've been asked a lot of times when you're gonna write the book, when the book gonna come out, a book of poetry gonna come out. And my thing is, I think I don't know him. I didn't think it would. The reason why I haven't like really pushed it to that limit, I pursued it like, okay, I want to start doing it. But the reason why I really didn't get to it because I didn't think it would catch. Like, people don't read, so it's like, like, would it be even worth it? But then, honestly, let me be truthful. I put this out here, like seeing you publishing your books and stuff. It's like, okay, I feel like I can do it because whether or not it's gonna catch somebody's attention. And they gonna want to see, and they gonna want to read like let me see what's inside here. So that's and it's been pondering my mind to go ahead and move forward and by going by actually publishing the book and just putting them all together. So
Coach. I mean, before now, I had the privilege to, I guess, publish a couple books, and here lately in the rebirth, I guess the rebranding, we stepping into our truth. We're living how we supposed to live,
right.
And so, if you creating, Coach, you create it and you create it and let it and it's what one thing to create it. And I was giving this, and this is some good advice. You just keep. You see, I post every now and then. You want my hashtag? I create dope content.
Yeah.
I'm just creating stuff, and I got motivated from this very 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 good people in my life right now. You gotta have good people in good people in your circle, but you just create it. You create it and say it's one thing the opportunity hit and you gotta go do it. It's another opportunity here that you got it. So, like you say, you put one of your poems on here, and somebody see it. Hey man, that's pretty nice. You got more of them. You already got them, as opposed to let me go and try to lock myself in and lock in, get it going to a man cave, and having it is it having it and being ready to do something with it is speaking from I can speak from personal experiences. So I'm just you get to the point. I know you like this too, because you create content. So you always get to the point where if you ain't doing something, it start to like, hey,
yeah,
it's like your thoughts start coming together. You at the light coming home for track pride. You think of something. You gotta. I walk around a little small. I don't have it in here right now. but it's about. I got a couple of them. I just walk around with stuff, Coach. Like, and it's just like I just have a thought. But you're not a Renaissance man no more. So I still do the pen in the pad. So
but you know what I do? You know what I do? I will put it in the pad because I still got a composition. Matter of fact, I got a composition book. I got one of 3. I know it's like 2 in one room, and then there's one in another room. Then I got one that's actually at the job in my file case, and then I got like I got the flash drive. So I probably have over 30, 40 poems that I've written.
So only person stopping you is you.
Only person stopping me. I've been asked plenty of times. I mean, listen, I put my vows in the poetry. I did a poetry of my vows and recited it to my wife. It just wasn't your normal vows. It was like, I'm gonna do this thing from the heart, and it was just like I let my cousin read it, and he was like, "Dang."
You can almost write a story of each one of your poems.
Yeah.
Kind of like, just think of it like this, Coach. And I'm just, I'm an idea guy as well. The whole deal, once again, with Irv Gotti, how he turned songs into what the stuff that he do on BET, when he got a song and he tell a story with it. You don't seen the thing he doing on BET, Irv Gotti.
Yeah, see, I ain't watched BET in so long.
Where he do a thing, I can't even call it, but essentially where he take a song, like for example, Children's Story, Slick Rick. And he make a whole hour, like he bring the song to life, but it's based off the lyrics of the song. Wow. And it's probably like 6 seasons of it. Like he done did Outkast song, Miss Jackson. He done, I mean, like song Ja Rule, like you gotta, and the thing on it is based off of the song, and at the end, they play the song. So it's so dope how they take the base of a song and they create a whole like story that's like an hour long.
Wow.
And you got to check it out, Coach. It's like an hour. When we get, I'll send one to you. I'll pull one up and just send it to you. But 30 poems, Coach.
Yeah.
That could be 30, I want to say 30 stories, not just a poem. That could be 30 stories. So you base what you said, a single kiss? A single kiss is a whole story just off that. And so then like you started part of the poem, you write the story. I don't know. That's just me. Yeah, you got
another one too is called Open Secrets. Like it's dope.
Right. I read this the other day, Coach, and I internalized this, but I'm gonna give it to you. You way too talented to be the only one standing in your way. I read that today, and I'm like, you know what? It changed. I already had started changing my outlook on some stuff, professional wise. But I'm like you way too talented to be the only person standing in your way, because you is way too much. You be different from somebody else, but if you the one that's doing it, yeah, that's a little.
That and then there's also people been like, I had a couple people like, why you still coaching high school? Like, I got a reason why I'm coaching high school, because I've been, I had the opportunity I actually applied for a college position, but with high school, it's like you're giving these kids an outlet, like to get out of, because I feel like our kids are trapped in Polk County, and some of them never been out of Polk County. So me trying to get them that experience of going out to see what college is like, which would allow them to say, you know what, I want to go to college. That's the reason why I haven't even like embarked in that next level yet. I've been asked to, and that's the 2 big things that I've been asked for like the past 3 years. Why I haven't written a book, and why haven't I gone to the college level?
Well, I think you could do one and still do the other, right? I mean, and I would, caution that like people don't read. I think people read more. It's just our area, people don't read in Polk. Throw nothing at the screen, but people don't read in Polk County.
Right.
But folks reading, coach. It's folks that's reading, and there's not a lot of poetry that's in written form. So it's almost like that market is not what it was. Folks not writing poetry like that. So I mean, like I say, no pressure, but it's. But yeah, so we gonna be getting some of the coaches work on the page.
I'm gonna post one tonight, before the night over with. Before I end my night, I'll post one on the Jaye Luv page, and
that's what's up, and we'll share it and put it out there, man. So we all about everybody being the best they can, man. That's what's up. So, all right, well, man, we had a good show tonight. Sorry that the educator, the education is.
We're gonna have to like educate her on.
Yeah, the educator getting educated on schedules. That first year teacher is they don't tell you everything when they got you at that interview table. That's they get you there.
Let it consume her. She got to consume it.
Yeah, it's on her shoulders right now. So,
right.
Anyway, we'll be back, man, in a little while. But appreciate y'all tapping in and learning and growing with us together. Till next time, we out. It's Doc. It's the coach. Y'all be safe, man. Have a good week.
Enjoy.